Hello everybody and welcome back to Lobricks. We are back over in the Jabba's Palace section, and as always we are actually not working on Jabba's Palace in today's episode. Of course, we are working on the bottom side of Jabba's Palace because, as you know, or I'm never really too clear on this is going to be the majority of Jabba's Palace is kind of the Rancor pit section we got going on here, and of course the droid room. And in last episode I actually moved this door from right over here to right here. So that opened up some space right here, which I'm going to add a storage room in right there. And there's going to be a nice effect in the back, which I'm going to add later. I know I've been teasing this effect for a while, but trust me, it is worth the wait. It's going to be really, really cool. I'm not sure if anyone's ever guessed it. The comments, some people have come close, but I did want to mention something. Some people have been asking me, why have you put the Rancor door in front of the Rancor? You can't see them. Here's my kind of reasoning behind that. When you look in through here, you can see the Rancor, and you also can see Luke through this door. I think that adds something very, very cool. It kind of adds a depth of field and some depth to our MOC. Or even though it looks really cool back here, right? Within the Rancor pit itself, you actually, when you get a look in like that, you can still see it, but not very good. I think that adds some livelihood to our MOC and kind of shows that the rest of Tatooine, there's people living here and there's things going on other than just our MOC, which I feel a lot of MOCs actually lack. So hopefully that gives us the competitive step. But anyway, let's get into some building. I'm going to be working on this section, actually filling in some walls and adding some details in here and there. But anyway, let's get into it. All right, so the first thing I did was actually remove those clear plastic panels. They were clear plastic panels. They were getting in the way. But first, I think I'm going to start along this wall here, finally getting rid of those big, ugly rock wall pieces. And basically, how we're going to do it is what we did over here. We're going to have a mixture of different textures and wall pieces. As you can see, that continues over there, although that's mostly dark tan. But hopefully, once we get it over there, sorry, I'm a little jerky, but once we get it over there, it should look really good. And the same can be said about these jail cells, and we're going to be adding some beds in right here as well. But anyway, let's just get into it. I'm kind of going to set up the camera and walk you guys through what I'm thinking while I'm building it. But anyway, let's get started. Okay, so here we are in Jabba's Palace, and as I said, here's the room that I kind of mocked up here. And basically how I want these walls to look is gray, light gray on the bottom, for sure. I don't know what it is, but I want to keep that consistent. But when it comes to anything above that, we can start getting some mixture in. Like this, getting some textured wall pieces in, add in some light gray.
Now one thing, assistant, this is leaky. In the movie, there's a door back here.
A door,
right there. Yes.
Well, we can add that in. It's not a
because
problem.
that's where they bring C-3PO back. You know how I'm one of the movie purists?
Yes.
Movie
purists?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can add that in. That's not a problem.
Return of the Jedi.
But this is basically how I'm going to go about it. Here is just kind of adding in some colors, because all along Jabba's Palace, this room is going to be a little more dark tan because of this, but all along Jabba's Palace, I think it's kind of thrown together. Not maintained as the best it could be, because, you know, Jabba doesn't really care about safety.
It was built by a bunch of gangsters.
Yeah, not the most reputable sources in the entire galaxy, I'd say. But we're gonna still get some stuff going here. It's gonna be good. But yeah, we'll add that door in, and I'll come back in just a little bit when I've got a little more stuff built up here, and I'll show you what I got going on. But anyway, let's skip ahead of that. Okay guys, so there you have it. We're starting to build out the walls a little bit. I know they're not as high in this area, and I just noticed this right here. That's what we're trying to avoid, stuff like that. But we continued it into here, and as you can see,
a door on the droid room.
I did, and as you can see, we're starting to build up the walls. But we did finish one area, which is over here. You can see that is what the finished Jabba's Palace is going to look like when looking in. So I think that's really cool. You finally can get an idea. And if we get just one more stack of glass, I apologize, we can put it right there, and you can start to see what the wall divides are also going to look like. So I think this is going to be really, really good. As you can see, we still got some construction to do here. All right, it's not really focusing in there, but hopefully this will all come together. As you can see, we just kind of got a basic outline there. But let's keep building, and I'll take you guys on a walkthrough once we're kind of done doing what we got to do over here. But anyway, let's get to building some more. All right, guys, so I am back, and here is what we managed to accomplish. We got that room kind of built up there, and I'm going to once again have to take Jabba's palace off to show you what we got going on in there. So it's just a storage closet. We got a few things in there for right now, just maybe some placeholder things and some things we're going to add upon to the future. And of course, we finally finished out the walls in the droid torture room, as you can see right in there. We got the droid hanging. We got a Gamorrean guard with some droid bits and bobs. We got the door, another Gamorrean guard, and of course the Gronk getting his feet burned, which is kind of weird, Jabba. Not sure where you get off, but I guess it's burning droid's feet. And then anyway, we've got this hallway back here, which looks kind of empty, but if you look at it from the perspective that we're going to be seeing, the only thing you're really going to be able to see is through these bars, and that's what I was saying, how we're creating some depth here, because as you can see in the Rancor pit, you can see back, and through these bars, you can kind of see back into the storage room, although it looks a lot better in person. But of course, the main event is these jail cells. So in one, we've got Han Solo and Chewbacca from that one scene, and then we kind of made up our own scene here with Princess Leia, slave Leia costume, jailed up and prisonized. And then of course, we got all the homies back here in the Rancor pit tidying up room. We got 2 Gamorrean guards, and then we added in that fella right there. If it could focus on that. Sorry, it keeps focusing on the glass. Let's see if we can get his face. Oh, almost got it there. Yeah, we can't really get his face with this glass in the way, but yep, we added that guy in. But let's see if we can. It's really not cooperating right now, but we added him in. He's looking really good, and I think this is really starting to take shape here with the bottom of Jabba's palace. And if we take an overhead look here, you can see the full layout of the basement being the droid torture room, the 2 jail cells, the storage facility, and the Rancor pit. And of course, we still got to finish out the walls in the Rancor pit. We didn't forget about that. But we got a pretty good look at what we got going on here, and it's looking very, very nice, and I think it's coming along really, really good. But anyway, hopefully, very soon, we will start the work on the real Jabba's palace, which is going to be awesome. And of course, there we go, just the lighting there, sorry about that. But it should be fun. But that's actually going to do it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know there's no speed builds here. We're trying something different. But that's what we got done on Jabba's palace. I think it's looking really good. We got some cool stuff coming in the future. Got some effects we got going on in here. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one.